Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Nur Syafiqah binti Kamarudin and this is my presentation for J24A1131 Occupational Safety and Health Assignment. So, I choose to assess a real campus laboratory workspace for potential hazards, risk levels and also control solution. So, let's begin with an overview of the laboratory.
This is the campus laboratory I assess. It is used by students and staff for experiments involving chemicals, biological samples, and also engineering devices. This lab is typically used by people aged 18 to 40, mostly students and also lecturers. Activities in here include sample preparation, chemical mixing, and also data recording. The first hazard is unlabeled liquid in a beaker. This poses as a chemical hazard because without a label, no one can tell if it's corrosive or toxic. The risk level is medium to high. For the hazard of unlabeled liquid in a beaker, I choose administrative control and also engineering control. For engineering control, a mandatory labeling system will be introduced. But for administrative control, we have to conduct daily lab checks to confirm a proper labeling for each of the chemicals. The second hazard is a compressed nitrogen cylinder. It is a both physical and also chemical hazard, especially if it wasn't properly secured. If it falls or leaks, it could cause a severe injury or even an explosion. The risk level is high. For the nitrogen cylinder, I think engineering control is the best solution. I recommend installing a chain or a clamp to keep it stable. The third hazard is the vacuum spin coater, which is used for coating samples with chemicals. It is a physical hazard, but also can be chemical if the residue from the machine spills. And the risk level for the vacuum spin coater is high. It is because of the multiple dangers that it can cause from the lack of safety measures. As the vacuum spin coater presents multiple hazards, so I suggest a proper solution of engineering control. I designed a transparent acrylic safety guard to cover the spinning area and also to reduce a physical contact. In addition, I also choose administrative control, which applying SOP next to the machine and also letting only the people that have trained to operate the machine. The fourth hazard is improper chemical storage. This is because the bleach was stored beside dishwashing soap. This can create a chemical hazard, as accidental mixing of these substances can release toxic gases. For the fourth hazard, I choose elimination as the first approach to move the bleach to a separate and designated chemical storage. And I also choose administrative control by conducting a weekly checks to make sure there is no accidental contact between hazardous substances. For the last hazard is a red shelf that blocks the central walkway. This is a psychosocial hazard because when it restricts movement, it can increase stress, especially during emergencies. The risk level of this hazard is medium to high. The solutions that I choose for the last hazard is elimination and also substitution. For elimination, I think it's better to remove or relocate the rack shelf itself. For substitution, I think to use a smaller or mobile storage. These hazards and also the proper solutions were selected not just for effectiveness but also for practicality in terms of cost, time and also implementation.